All right, so we've taken a look at structures and templates, but let's go ahead and create a new home page using these page fragments. All right, so make sure you are logged into the Livingston Hotels and Resorts. Open up the menu. All right, and we're going to go to Build and Page Fragments for our page fragments here. Okay. We're going to go ahead and import these. Fragments are created using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so we're not going to do all of the coding here, but we are going to make use of some fragments as a marketing team would once the front-end developers have created these different fragments on the page. All right, so go ahead and click on New, where it says No Collections Yet, and click on Import. Okay, let's go ahead and click on Choose File here. And you will find in your exercises, again, in that third chapter, we're going to find the landing page.zip. So go ahead and open that up. Click Import. All right, and once you see the success notification there, go ahead and close this up. It's going to refresh here and show us all of our fragments. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at one of the fragments here. Let's click on the 01 main banner in this list. What our front-end developers can do is they can go ahead and write the code for us using Bootstrap classes, for example, or whatever CSS or JavaScript that they want to add. And then we get a little preview here at the bottom right. Now, once this is added to a content page, we actually create a special fragment content page. We can actually edit these as the marketing team. So we can take these fragments and reuse them in whatever way we can, okay? And in order for us to do that, in the actual code, and don't worry, we're not going to go into too much detail here, but in the actual code, we will find this LFR editable tag, okay? Whatever elements are made editable in the code, we can actually modify as the content team or the marketing team responsible for generating pages. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like. Go back to the Build section inside Administration and click on Pages. All right, we're going to add a new content page. So go ahead and click on the Add button at the top right. Click Add Public Page. All right, and choose Content Page. All right, we're going to name this one Home. And go ahead and make sure that this is selected. Okay, we want to make sure it's added to the default menu. And click Save. And what this does for us is it gives us our fragments that are available. Okay, so again, once we have the fragments in here, we as the content team, the marketing team, whoever is responsible for generating these pages quickly, can simply create these content pages and add our fragments to the page. All right, so let's go ahead and click on the plus button next to the main banner. All right, we'll see our fragment here. And then we can just go ahead and add the rest. All right, so click on Add next to 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, so once they're all added, we will actually see them all on the page here. We can close this for now. And we can actually go ahead and make edits here as well. All right, so for example, if we wanted to change this from saying Livingston Hotels and Resorts to something else, we can simply click on this element, highlight it, and type something new, like Go Anywhere. All right, so this means that they have made this element editable for us. All right, we can go ahead and replace the text here, or I should say the subtext here as well. Okay, so I'm going to delete this and type something new. So I'm going to type Get ready for your next big adventure. Livingston Hotels and Resorts will take you there. All right, so all I need to do as, again, the marketing team or the content creators is worry about the actual copy, the text itself. The design and the actual fragment is already pre-created for us. So that is the major benefit of these new fragments. Let's go ahead and scroll down and edit our second fragment here as well. Okay, this one has 3 elements that are editable. So we'll go ahead and change the heading here. we're going to type experience something new. Okay. We are, of course, going to spell something correctly. All right, and we can go ahead and change the image here as well. So we could, of course, change this text, but if we want, we can change the image. So even images can be editable. All right, we can click on Select File, and we can choose the new.jpg. Okay, so select that from your exercises in the third section. Click Open. Okay, go ahead and click Add. And now we have a new image. All right, so from here we can go in here. Everything else looks good, but we might want to clean up some text. So for example, if you scroll down to the 5th fragment here called Hotel Features, some of this content is actually a little bit off. Okay, so for example, we can change this from 16 to 120. All right, it said 120 hotels. We want to make sure it actually says that we are made up of 120 hotels around the globe. All right, and we can also edit the award-winning service. Right now it says we're committed to giving you the best experience possible. So let's change that, experience possible, and have the gold starts to prove it. Let's make that stars. All right, our front-end developers have given us some beautiful fragments, but copy was not something that they were necessarily responsible for. All right, and with this, we have edited each of the sections. Okay, and again, you can go in here and feel free to pause the video, edit these different aspects of these fragments if you'd like, if you want to make any more changes. Okay, but what we can do now is we can go ahead and add our page as our main default home page. So that's something new that we can actually modify in 7.1. All right, you'll see by default our changes are already saved, so it's going to do some auto saving for us. All right, now we can go to the menu, and we can go to Pages. We'll see right now that the welcome page is marked as our home page. So this is actually something that can be changed. So let's go ahead and click on Options next to our new home and select the option that says Mark as Home Page. Okay, and click OK. All right. So now if we click on Go to Site, all right, it's going to automatically direct us to our new home page with all of our fragments. All right, so this is really nice looking. Okay, now we still have our welcome page. We can modify this if we want. We can sort of change what we want to do with it. But for now, we have seen how we can create pages with our structures and templates, as well as how we can create them with our fragments. You have both of these options available to you to get content out the door as quickly as possible. So with that, we turn to the next chapter where we will look at some of our self-service solutions to continue to provide a very efficient way of generating our pages and content. All right, so see you in the next chapter.